be a plaintiff in a lawsuit, and its most likely direction to sue would come from legislation. Is there a possibility, with or without AOC advocacy, that Utah-style legislation would pass the Oregon Senate and House of Representatives and be signed by the governor? I think that's a very good question with respect to the issue before you. Panda has asked that we introduce a concept into the Oregon legislature, and I think one of the things you need to ask yourselves is what is the sort of the degree or the anticipation for success of a bill like that and gaining the signature of the governor. What effect, number 4, what effect, if any, would advocacy for this concept have on AOC's close working relationships with the governor's office, state agencies, or the legislature? I mean, I think that's a question we ask ourselves very often with respect to, as we're considering both our state and federal agendas. And finally, what would be the public perception of AOC if it were to advocate this concept? Clearly, we've got a full house tonight, so you've got a lot of interest in the issue before you. And so that concludes sort of how I thought was a good example of how AOC is approaching a request for a sort of a non-traditional, if you will, piece of federal advocacy. So I think I'll leave it there unless you have questions about the materials that I've provided today.
Questions from the board. Commissioner Sorensen. Oh, sorry. You raised your hand. Yeah. Okay. Questions from the board. Okay. Then Mr. Osmond, Mr. Farnsworth, you have a